How's it going there, everyone? It's Mr. Zen over here, bringing you guys a brand new Magical Girl Racing Project episode discussion. And for today's segment, guys, we are going to be talking about episode 9 that just came out today. And I have to say, this episode was actually very interesting due to the fact that there has been a lot of deaths involved in these past couple episodes that, like, holy snap, that there has to be including even more deaths. And Fave, at the end of this episode, folks, I have to say that Fave, there's no pleasing Fave. There really isn't. After this episode, after there's been so many deaths that have been involved, Fave has to go about and say that let's just reduce the number now to frickin' 4. And I'm here wondering, wait a minute, that makes no sense. You said that you're gonna reduce the number to 8. Now you're gonna reduce the number to 4. I call that BS due to the fact that we all know that Fave is just Fave just wants to see everybody go into mayhem, just wants to have a carnival of death. That's the only way I can see that Fave is doing. Somebody that's actually using Fave as their spokesperson, I feel like that person is actually the main evil character. And so far after this episode, I feel like after, of course, after all these deaths have been going on, I definitely have to believe that Cranberry is definitely the one that's orchestrating everything involved. Granted though, I feel like Cranberry is not necessarily say evil. I would have to say that it's just the fact that Cranberry herself is actually fighting on equal terms. He gives each and every one of the characters a fighting chance, but granted though, it's still evil and it's not overseeing. Even if he's the master of this game, you have to go out and say, okay, enough is enough. I had enough fun. But that it's just that now that I'm seeing this episode, I'm just seeing that Cranberry is very sadistic. She's not stepping on the line and saying that stop the killing. Enough is enough. Let's just go on about and move on with our daily lives. And there's enough magical girls to be around. But instead of maybe creating all these magical weapons, now you gotta reduce the number to 4. I mean, come on, man. Somebody has to either kill Cranberry, kill Swim Swim, because these two are the ones that need justice. Justice needs to be served right on the plate for these two characters after this episode. And to say, a lot of you anime viewers after watching this episode are really going to be tearing due to the fact that in this episode we get so many deaths in this episode. One that was actually completely shocking in my opinion, and another death that came out of nowhere that it just kind of left us like shocked suspense. Even though they were kind of hinting it throughout this episode, they were slowly teasing us to how this death was going to come about. But still, it just kind of gives a shock to viewers that this character would go this certain route. Like I said, it's very entertaining as to saying how this anime is actually going. But first, let's talk about some of the pointers that actually happened and some of the highlights that actually happened in this anime, and that is Calamity Mary versus Topspeed and Ripple. And I have to say, that fight was very entertaining due to the fact that in this episode we see that Ripple and Topspeed aren't necessarily the strongest of fighters. They seem more as a fact that these characters, they do have magical powers, but they're just not battle oriented as like the other men, like La Poussette, Cranberry, Swim. Like I said, they're just not battle oriented like how they are. Like I see these more as like secondary side characters on the side, or like backup and just like in case somebody's down for the count, somebody tag team and call in Ripple just to hold down for a minute, because Ripple in this episode has shown to see how strong she was. And she holds herself against freaking Calamity Mary very well, in my opinion, the way that she actually was showing her, because it just seems that Ripple can only just throw deaths like these ninja stars and actually can hit you, but Calamity Mary was actually just basically just blocking every single movement with her gun. And I'm here thinking that how is Ripple gonna do this? But that was due to the fact that Topspeed, that's where Topspeed comes in this episode, because of Topspeed's involvement with Ripple's and Calamity Mary's fight right there. That's when Calamity Mary actually died. Right there and then. Yes, a lot of you folks are going to be happy that Calamity Mary died, but you kind of do still feel sorry for Calamity Mary due to the fact, just the way that they kind of introduced the character. I did feel a little bit of sympathy for that character, but at the same time, not necessarily really, because it felt to me like she just needed somebody to guide her in the right direction, and plus she was always drinking, so that kind of didn't really help her at all. If she really wasn't drunk all the time, it would have kind of made sense that she would have been a perfect, as I say, a good protagonist in this anime. in my opinion, if she was a protagonist, she really would have been really well to the fact that the way she has her gunslinging guns, the way she uses the array of the battlefield itself, like the way that Calamity Mary fought against Ripple in this battlefield was actually surprisingly, in my opinion, it kind of surprised me due to the fact that as to how she was fighting, because Ripple is really fast. Don't get me wrong, Ripple is fast, but the way that these two were fighting, it just kind of gave that sense of, like, holy snap, this battle is actually entertaining in the way that we don't know what kind of tricks and shenanigans these two are going to pull out. But it seems that Calamity Mary was actually taking the upper hand. I mean, come on, she took out a freaking giant grenade launcher and launched it at freaking Ripple and Topspeed, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, man, like, that was freaking awesome, not gonna lie. Like, Calamity Mary, like, whoa, like, you are pretty badass, like, not gonna lie. Like, I gotta give some highlight to Calamity Mary in this episode. That's because, due to the fact that she's got that American gunslinging action right there. Presidential 2016, guys. Foreshadowing element right there. No, I'm kidding. Nah, but in all honesty, though, but the episode itself was actually still, I would say, shocking due to the fact that we actually see Topspeed actually go into battle. And as I said, remember, Ripple and Topspeed aren't battle oriented, because in this episode we see Topspeed actual magical form, and that was her broomstick transforms into like a giant magical vehicle, but the purpose of it is to ram into opponents itself. And right there and then, guys, holy snap, you literally, the minute that Topspeed got into battle, everybody's just going like, go, run, Calamity Mary, over, go. Like, honestly, that was what I was going through. I was watching the episode. I was just literally that excited that I was hoping that Topspeed just run that woman over, just run. And like, I personally thought that she really was, but it just seemed Calamity Mary was still taking the upper hand in that fight. But like I said, though, after that fight was over, Topspeed and Ripple actually, the way they used their underhanded tactics and got through glass on the battlefield, that way they could confuse her. Boom, right there, Calamity Mary was dead. But the thing that really got me upset about this anime right now is because the way they killed Topspeed. It was just so sudden. She didn't deserve this kind of death in this anime. Like, legitimately. Like, I personally thought that the way they killed Topspeed, it didn't fit her death. In honesty, it felt like she should have died. Even if she was gonna die, she should have died against Calamity Mary and not Swim. But due to that actual underhanded story tactics, it gives us viewers, like I said, that sense of like that shock value, and gives us that sense of entertainment due to the fact that it's giving us these emotions that necessarily would give us for us all anime viewers. And like I said, Swim in this episode is the one that killed Topspeed, and when she killed Topspeed, it was so much shock value to us anime, because we saw that right underneath the cloak, we saw that Ripple had a mental breakdown, and you saw that right there and then Topspeed was actually pregnant, and the baby was also like, so many things are going through your mind that you're just like wondering like, what the heck, I can't believe they actually did this. Like, honestly, like, that was actually like I said, it was a little nerve-wracking, that part, like, man. But I have to say, though, I did not enjoy also Sister Nana actually committing suicide in the anime, because of the fact, I mean, come on. I know Winter Price was her lover, but that was actually also shocking, the fact that she actually committed suicide. But like there's nothing we can do due to the fact that no one really knows who she was as a magical girl. No one was there to save her. So her death was inevitable. And you could tell that throughout the episode they were hinting that she was drinking. So she killed herself while she was intoxicated. So she wasn't in the right state of mind right there. Like I said, it's giving us viewers that sense of realism as to what some people might do. Like, I like the way that they use the older magical girls. They give them like purpose as to how they actually die. Not necessarily just like they go into battle and just kill themselves for no apparent reason. No, the older magical girls seems to be, they have a little bit of more significant deaths, like I could say. But just at Topspeed, I just felt like her death was it didn't fit as to who would have killed her. Like, if it was Cranberry, I would understand because she's a very strong opponent, or if it was one of the Peaky Angels because of the sly on her hands. But come on, Swimson just coming out of nowhere. I mean, come on. That's just the icing on the cake right there, man. But I would say in the next part of the episode, we do get Hardcore Alice, as Hardcore Alice takes the cake again, and there's a fight between Peaky Angels and Hardcore Alice, and Tama as well, that's also involved. It seems that that the Peaky Angels could not handle Hardcore Alice, as you know, you can't really kill Hardcore Alice. But it seems that the next episode, it's been hinting that Hardcore Alice is gonna die due to the fact that at the end of the episode, when Swim and the Peaky Angels and Tama were all, well, I would say it was Tama, just Swim, they were just talking and conversating with each other. It just seems that they were just saying that we are trying to pick as to who's gonna be our next opponent to kill, and their eyes were set on Snow White. But to me, it seemed that just picking on Snow White due to the fact that she's a weak character. But it kind of goes on to say that they're weak if they're actually picking against weak characters. And Snow White isn't weak necessarily. It's just that the fact that she has very good luck. I've been noticing that Snow White is the best luck out of everything. Everybody's been protecting. Every magical girl has been leading her into the right path, and the other magical girls are the ones that have been kind of straying away from that magical girl code, their Bushido way, you can kind of say, which I thought was very hilarious in my opinion, because that's what I feel like Snow White is supposed to be, the embodiment of the magical girls, and I feel like that's why I think she might survive. Like, and honestly, I feel like she might survive because she just has the best luck out of all the freaking girls right there. But like I said though, the Peaky Angels actually find out where Hardcore Alice lives, and in the next episode I'm assuming they're gonna kill her in the human form, because that's the only way they can kill her, either in the human form or they give her a psychological breakdown, and that's the only way I can see that Hardcore Alice could actually die. But other than that, that's it guys, that's it. But that's it for today's episode guys. Like I said, I enjoyed this episode very much. There was a lot of shock value involved, but let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought about this episode. Like I said, there was so much going on in this episode, like holy snap, I just can't wait for the next week. Like Magical Grazing Project, I'm kind of glad I've been watching this anime, because it's very entertaining as to how this actual series is actually going. I'm not gonna lie, it really is entertaining. But let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought on this anime, and who do you guys think is gonna be next? Do you guys think it's gonna be Hardcore Alice, one of the Peaky Angels, Tama, or Swim? I feel like it's gonna be one of those, not necessarily Snow White or Cranberry. I feel like those two might be like the final bosses right there and then, or Ripple too. Like I feel like they might be the final bosses. But I could be wrong. Ripple could actually be the next one in line. You never know. Never freaking know. But as always, guys, if you guys enjoy my content, give a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Magical Girl Racing Project anime discussions, or check out my playlist for more actual fall anime discussions as well. I got plenty of other ones too that I'm actually reviewing at the same time. But as always guys, have a wonderful day. But this is Mr. Zen, signing out.